Hi, this is Dusty Baker, and you're watching the iBaseball channel.
It's unbelievable to me. It really is unbelievable to me. You go out before the game, right? And you're getting ready to play, and it's 5 minutes. The national anthem's already over, and the guys are in the dugout, and they're ready to go play. And they all have these separate handshakes these days, right? So you've seen it on TV. They can remember everybody's handshake.
Of course.
They can't remember the damn signs, though.
Hey, what did he run?
Yeah, they don't get a sign, but they know exactly what handshake Joe and Pete and Sam have.
Been going on for years there.
Yeah.
I told Mike when I was in Pittsburgh, Joe Lynette was the third base coach. And he'd come to everybody in spring training before the season opened up. And he would sit down with everybody, including the pitching staff, and say, what are you most comfortable? What would be the easiest thing for you to remember? And he had a separate set of signs for every player on the team, all 25 guys.
That's hard to do.
I don't know how he did it. I mean, you know, I've got my photographic memory, but he had a thing. He said, because he said, I don't want you missing them. I don't want you to be embarrassed. I don't want it to hurt the team. But tell me what's the easiest for you, whether it's touch or touch after or hand or whatever. But he had a separate set from every player.
That's hard to do.
With everybody sliding in the outfield to make a play that they could catch knee high running in. You see guys all the time falling there. Is it for the highlight reel?
No, I don't think so. I think it. The way they look at it, they keep their eyes centered on the baseball. So as soon as you're running full speed, and as soon as you bend over to catch a ball, there's an issue. So they try to keep behind the ball. They try to keep
I just understand
underneath the ball, if you will.
I was always curious as how that. So that's
and it looks cool too. You know,
if you catch it.
Yeah.
If you don't,
if it goes to the wall, it's probably you're on SportsCenter anyway. 1994.
I think he could have done it. You think he could have done it?
I don't know.
What we're talking about, what we're talking about here, boy.
I don't know.
I think you're on one of those rolls.
Well, it was.
You're actually hitting the slider down and away at that time, taking it to right center. It's about time, huh?
I never did it after that. It was a really interesting time looking back at it because nobody talked about it. Because everybody was talking about the impending strike.
Yeah.
So nobody really, there was no cameras.
I was watching you, my son.
There was no cameras in my face going, do you think you can, there was none of that.
Under the radar.
Yeah, it was really,
okay.
It was okay because there wasn't pressure. It was one of those years where, I don't know, I hit like 260. It wasn't like I was hitting 340. I had 12 doubles. So like if I caught it right, it just went over the fence. It was one of those years. Every time we went to Wrigley, the wind was blowing out. I would squeak it inside the foul pole instead of pulling a foul. But there wasn't a whole lot of media coverage about it, which was good. Then subsequently, when Mac and Sammy and those guys...
But then it got on you the next year of spring training, because then they realized, oh shit, wait, is he going to do it again? There was a little bit of that, they started coming at you.
Actually, that was the best start of my career ever, the next year.
The next year?
Yeah, it was, we had the lockout. Yeah. Spring training was about 3 weeks long. Hitters had the advantage anyway because pitchers weren't fully ready to go. And I started off hot. I was hitting 400 for the first month. And it was hitting good. Not a lot of homers, but I was hitting good. And then as it worked out, over the course of those 50 games, I hit enough homers to equal, which would have equaled breaking the record the following season. Yeah. I don't know if I'd have done it though, because if the season was continued that year, the pressure would have gotten more and more and more, and
you don't know how guys are going to start pitching.
Who knows? Who knows?
But it's cool to talk about that.
It was fun. It was, just like you did when you played, though. I was one of those guys who signed my name to the piece of paper for betterment of the game and the union and all of those things. So I wasn't worried about it. I got a lot of action when you pitched.
Boy, yeah, everything.
Just throwing the split, sinker split, curveball. Yeah, I got a lot of action.
Riley had his day out.
That was the 3-error day and the homer to win it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't there then.
It was pretty fun.
I would have caught him. I probably would have caught the.
And
I don't know if I'd have hit the homer to win it, but I would.
Do you ever have you heard? Well, you heard at the reunion. I think you come to that last reunion.
I didn't know the last one. We were playing.
Staff, so
Yeah.
they asked me. They got us up on the stage, and then they asked. They said, "What was that going on? Where's Roger Sadia?" And so I said, "Well, I was out there to take me." I said, "What the taking me out there?" I said, "Crap."
I'm good. Get him out of
I said,
here.
"You I said, let me play third." There's no way I'm making 3 errors. And everybody was laughing, Roger. They were all. I did say that.
That's beautiful.
You're taking me out? Take him out.